black?
Yeah.
What's your nationality, if you don't mind me asking?
Black.
Black?
Yeah.
You probably be from the tribe of Judah, man.
Right.
So what you know about the Israelites?
I mean, they say they originated from the motherland.
Well, actually, the Israelites are God's chosen people. Because He created 18 different nations, right? But there's a specific nation that He said they chose, man, to be His people. Did you know that the Most High God got a favorite flower? He got a favorite water like the river. Favorite bird is the dove. The Most High got favorites, man. Just like we got favorites. You know, we got favorite foods. We got favorite clothes. You know, we got the characteristics of our Father, man. But nonetheless, let me prove it to you that we the Israelites right quick. You believe in the Bible, right?
I don't know what I believe.
For real?
I don't.
All right, watch this.
I'm open. I read every scripture.
All right, okay.
Open.
All praise to the Most High, man. Well, that's the plus, because Christianity, man, see, they lie to a lot of us, man.
Right.
That's a hell of a stronghold that's on our people. Because they believe that, see, they're, you know, everybody loves us. Huh?
Christians?
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Christianity, man, it's like a drug, man. Yeah, man, I used to think I was a Christian, man. I was in the church, man. I was supposed to be a bishop a while back, man, until I found out that what was being taught in the Bible that they read wasn't actually wasn't actually what they was supposed to be teaching us, man. So
what book is that?
It's the Bible.
So,
but they took the doctrine of Catholicism from the so-called heathen nation, the so-called Roman Catholic Church. We know what happened to us when we came off those slave ships, right? When they put us on slave auction blocks. They said they killed our women and children, did us all kinds of dirt balls. All that is they're recorded in here. But they don't teach that in the church. I'm gonna prove it to you. So I'm gonna give you a little bit of context right quick. Moses went. Most of God blessed Moses, right, to be his prophet, to sit there and help deliver the Israelites out of Egypt, because in Egypt they was in servitude. So he went to Pharaoh and said, "Let my people go." And said, "Let the whole world go." He said, "My people," very possessive pronoun, some of a very particular people. Most of God blessed him to part the Red Sea to help them escape out of Egypt. And when Pharaoh chased behind them, he closed the waters up, and they got killed in it, and his army. When he sat down with them, he told them, "Look, the Most High God told us there's rules, regulations, and guidelines that we must obey, or he gonna sit there, he gonna put these curses on us." Watch. The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse number 15. "But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee." So he said, listen, the Most High God said he's gonna put these ass whoopings on our people, and they don't listen. That's just like me, I'm a father. If my son asks me for a PS5, a $500 system, and he ain't doing what I told him to do, he ain't getting the damn thing. You get what I'm saying? And the Most High God, in the first 14 verses of this same chapter, he said, "I'm gonna bless y'all if y'all do what I say. Y'all gonna be blessed above everybody else. If you don't, that's what comes to these ass whoopings." So let's look over some of these ass whoopings and see if you resonate with it. It says, "Cursed shall that be in the city." So regardless of whatever state you go to, or whatever country, what people on a broader scale is staying in the slums and ghettos, sleeping on the sidewalks and curbs, strung out on drugs, depending on government welfare systems? What nation of people?
Man, everybody.
On a broader scale?
Man, what? I know you talk about black people.
Yeah.
Man, white people doing that too.
I ain't say they wasn't doing it, but I said on a broader scale, when you look at it, even if you was to look at the statistics, you will find out there's a majority of white people. You know, ghetto just means where the Jews reside. Okay. Right? And cursed like that being in the field. Who's working in the city? There's sugarcane plantations, cotton plantations. From sun up to sundown in the blistering heat, getting back to them. Okay. Because that won't happen to everybody.
You talking about on this land? Because you talk about worldwide.
Worldwide, because we will say there's slaves everywhere we went.
Yeah, everybody has slaves in every nation. So what happened to people like us, fair-skinned people too?
You said fair-skinned people?
White people.
You would have to sit and tell me who.
Like, there's slavery everywhere. In every nation.
What white people
enslave their own.
What white people want to slave?
Original, like, let me see. We talk about Irish people they enslaved their own people.
They were just dumb as hell. They didn't enslave their own people. They sit there. If you look at the history, even when they're dealing with
Soviet nations, with today's Russia, Soviet Union, they enslaved their own white people.
They ain't going to it on the scale that we sit there went into it.
Our black people enslaved our own black people.
No, those are Africans. There's a difference between Africans, the Hamites, and the Israelites. Our own people didn't slave. We didn't slave.
So when you say our own people, you refer to Israelites only?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
You know what what I'm saying? Another one. Verse number 32. You see movies like Bruce, 20 Years a Slave. You see a few of those, right? It says, thy sons and thy daughters shall be given into another people, and thine eyes shall look and bear with longing for them all the day long, and there shall be no might in thine hand. So during the time of child slave, our sons and our daughters will be working on sugar cane plantations, cotton plantations. They'll be out there with us, or our little ones will be in the little shacks that we want to sleep in. My last name is Johnson, one of the biggest plantations in the state of Virginia. So I got my slave owner sitting there last name. I was passed down to my family. Right. Let's say this Jones plantation sitting came through, right? Mr. Jones like, look, Johnson, Junior just got married, he got his own plantation now. I need some slaves. They will take our little ones and our brothers and sisters' little ones and give one to another plantation owner. And there could be nothing we can do about it. And if we're telling anything about it, what will happen? Let's fast forward to modern times. If we were to discipline our child right now in public, somebody recorded, who's knocking on the door?
Folks.
You already know it.
Right.
Or see they don't go to the school system, truancy and whatnot. They still knocking on the door. Why your child not learning what we want them to learn? Because really, when you think about it, not to go too far from the deep end dealing with that particular subject, these schools ain't really sit there showing our children how to be self-sufficient. Right. Teach them how to sit there work in a system that's already sit there established. They don't show our children how to sit there grow their own crop, sit there how to sit there start their own business. The important things we really need to know. They don't teach us that, but nonetheless, they will sit there and they will they will take our children. And you already know what the cops are doing right now. We try to do it. We say the wrong thing to a cop. You see, they could be walking towards a cop and trip over something, and then he think he gonna just let up on you. That's not happening in every nation. Let me get another one. Verse number 37. And thou shalt become an astonishment. Astonishment is an awe. This is like our brothers walking around in the neighborhood with their damn pants to the back of their knees, man. You know what I'm saying? Or our sisters sit there walking or wearing nothing but a damn stocking, man, some drawers, and nothing else under it, man. Right. You know what I'm saying? That's everybody looking at us like, damn, this must be God's chosen people. They acting like this. You know what I'm saying? What was that? A proverb is a wise saying. You want to have something from a nigga, put it in a book. Right. You know what I'm saying? Niggas love chicken. Niggas love watermelon. That's a proverb. You know what I'm saying? And a byword. A byword is anything given outside of God's given name. Like if I was to sit there, like when I ask most of the people, they say they black. This is black. I ain't seen nobody that's black yet, brother. Right. You know what I'm saying? It's the color in the crayon box. We different shades of brown. The most I God didn't call us Afro-American. That's a damn hairstyle. Right. The term African American didn't come into play until 1985. My elder, that's normally with us, he's older than that. So who the hell was we before then? I would go from Negroes to nigger, Afro-American, African-American, all these different bywords, man. Right. You go over there to East India, they call you Nafir, calling you a nigger. You know what I'm saying? And I think Ethiopian is Jadir. That's another term for nigger. All the other nations have a particular way to call us a nigger or black. You know what I'm saying? Bywords. The most our God really, our God-given name is Israelites, man. God's chosen people. I ain't gonna hold you up much longer. I'm gonna sit there and give you verse 48. It says, therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee. Now I want you to hold on to that. Most our God said we have to serve our enemies, which he's gonna send against us. And hunger. So wherever you want to get something to eat from. You like to sit there and go to a fast food restaurant, Chick-fil-A, Chipotle. We don't own these corporations. Now you can franchise your way in. You know what I'm saying? You can get a little portion. But we're not in that CEO office looking at them stock numbers, cutting them checks. We're not doing that. And in thirst, water falls freely out of the sky, comes out of natural springs and wells. We put it in the bottle, label it, and charge you for it. You know it's illegal for you to collect rainwater and sit there and purify it for you to drink yourself. Did you know that?
Some areas, we can do it out here.
Yeah, that's what changed. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I know they regulate that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Water bill to sit there, wash your clothes, your hand pots, you know what I'm saying? Your lamb pots. And in nakedness, we picked $7 trillion worth of doggone cotton, and we don't own no textile mills. I can't come to you and say, brother, I need some raw materials, man. I'm gonna get like 30 pounds of silk and 20 pounds of doggone linen so I can sit there and get these clothes made. We don't own none of that. Right. We don't have no corporations, man. And in want of all things, driver's license, DMV. You know a brother that own a DMV? Social Security card, social service bill. You know a brother that own one of those? Business license. I can't get none of that from my people. I can't get none of that from my brothers and sisters. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee. Yokes of iron. Look at this right here. If you were to type in yoke of iron right now on Google, we will come up. They throw it right in our face. Did you know that the song, the term Jingle Bells, the song Jingle Bells came from that?
No, I didn't.
Yeah. Because when they sit there, put it on our neck, sit there, the bells will ring. So when they send the dogs behind us, they chase it behind us. They know the direction that we're in. Not only on top of that, we get pretty fast. Let me ask you a question. I want to ask everybody. If you running away from the slave owner, you can go down the dirt road or you can cut through the trees and everything. We get up to about 15 miles per hour. We can get down. Now, we'll let a tree snag on you when you're going that fast. What's going to happen?
You hurt? You going down?
No.
You
at the gates.
Yeah,
you digging down through the cut, and next thing you know, you at the gates talking to the Lord.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Why? Because they rather have a dead nigga than a free nigga. Okay. That's how they feel about us. Right. They still show us that this day. Have they showed us any type of love yet? Chinese sit there, they came over here and was dealing with discrimination for about 3 months, and then they passed the bill. If you should do anything to the Chinese man, so you get locked up, fines. We've been here for 400 plus years.
So, all right. So I mean, we're gonna have to get rolling, but the point. So it's just we just curse people. So
no. Now hold on. This is Deuteronomy 10 and 12.
It's like, what's the end result out of this?
Well, first you have to recognize that you're an Israelite, and then when you acknowledge that you're an Israelite, it says, "And now Israel, what doth the Lord thy God require thee, but to fear the Lord thy God, to walk in all his ways, and to love him, and to serve the Lord thy God with all thy heart and with all thy soul, to keep the commandments of the Lord and the statutes, which I command thee this day." And when doing so, the Most High God, the other nations are above us right now. You know what I'm saying? A doggone Ethiopian, African, they can come over here to the U.S., get a business just like that, get doggone several loans, and keep it rotating. We can't do that. Why? Because we're at our Lord's state. Now, when all the Israelites come back to keeping the commandments of the Lord, our God, as you can see, the economy is about to drop. You see what's going on with America now. That's all prophesied in the book. When he reversed the roles, we're gonna be back on top. Because we was on top at one point too. We had King David, we had the righteous forefathers, Moses, Samuel. All that. This is our book. And if our people actually took the time to sit back and read it from front to back, they will understand that this is strictly written by Israelites to the Israelites. All our history, all our records from here. Because when I went to school, they told us to read this. It magically appeared on the damn boats, man. But nonetheless, the end result is, once we come back to keep the commandments of our God, He's going to put us back on top. We're going to inherit the kingdom with an everlasting life. No more sorrows, no more body pain, no more having to work, sit there struggling to make ends meet.
You talking about once we in the afterlife?
Yeah.
Okay.
This life right here that we're going through.
So this right here, I mean, whether we live
this
by
is temporary. This is what we're doing right now is temporary. The whole point of us now is to come back to the Lord, our God. Because our people don't know who we are right now. You know what I'm saying? Our people don't, they say they're black, they say all kinds of things. They're Muslim. Just like people like to say, well, what religion is y'all? This is not religion. This is a heritage. You know, this is our lifestyle. We different from everybody else. Watch this. Book of Deuteronomy chapter 7 and verse number 6. It says, "For thou art an holy people." Holy just means sitting there separate, different from everybody else. It's not this divine feeling or walking around with a glowing halo over your head. That's BS that Christianity teaches. You know what I'm saying? Unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God has chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth. We're above everybody that upon the face of the earth. That's why we cook the best, we look the best, we dress the best. All the major inventions that was made forth in the U.S. sit there was made by us. You ever notice that everything that was made that was good was created by us? When you look at their inventions, the doggone the toilet seat, the door, all that stuff was invented by us. The cell phone, we invented those things. The only thing the other nations, especially the so-called white man, which is who has a perpetual hatred for our people, all they create is weapons of mass destruction. Everywhere they go, they get it by the blood. They get it by blood. That's why the Most High God says in the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, verse 12, "Woe to him that build a city by blood." Because that's all they do. Everything that they get is by blood. And we always get the short end of the stick in this, over here in America right now. Now, some of our people may sit there and be, a lot of people like to think we're free because we can become millionaires. But what good is that to do when all this is going to be depleted, all this is going to wither away? Our goal is to sit there, not have the mindset of what to deal with what we're going through right now, but to make it into the kingdom where we don't have to worry about none of that no more. Because the Most High God said the wealth of the rich is stored for the righteous. That means everything, all that money, all the gold that's in there, that Queen Elizabeth got, all that gold they have in the Federal Reserve, that's really our gold. They took it from us over the years when you look at the history. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's how we know that we Israelites, brother.
68. 68.
Oh, yeah. Salak. Let me give you this last one right quick. You run me 2816. How do we get over here to America? What form of transportation?
Slave ship boat.
Watch this. Watch this.
That's what they say.
Watch this though. It's in the Bible. Watch this. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again. Egypt, this means slavery, bondage, servitude. I'm going to prove that to you in the book of Exodus chapter 20 and verse number 2 right quick. I'm going to prove it to you. Look. And the Lord thy God, which hath brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. That's what Egypt means. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
Right.
They're not reading that in the church, man. They're not telling our people these things. All they doing in the church is to sit there telling our people prosperity preaching. If you give a certain amount of money, God is going to bless you. That's not what the Lord said. The Lord is coming for the poor, the meek, the humble. You get what I'm saying? By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again. We haven't seen our homeland since we see that was taken away by our oppressors. And there, I mean, as soon as we got off the slave ships, they shave off your beard, lather you up in lard, which is nothing but pig fat. Ye shall be sold unto your enemies. Now, as soon as we got them slave boats, who put us on the auction block? What that should be? The so-called white man. That's right. Their biblical name is Esau. They're not white either. That's white. They're not that damn color, man. Right. But you can see they blood through their skin. They have no pigmentation. That's actually a curse. That's why the sun hates them. That's why I said they got with that sun platform.
I don't see they church that much. They run everything, you know. It seems like fair trade.
Well, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. That's Job 9:24.
Right.
He used them as his sword to punish us. Because we didn't want to serve the Most High God, sit there with joyfulness and gladness of heart. So he said, I'm going to send a nation upon you that you will have to serve, and you can wish you was back on the meat, and you will wish you was listening to me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so that's why we sit there dealing with, that's why they're on top right now. Because the Lord put them in position. Because really think about it. They can't see us like that. There had to be some type of divine intervention for them to pull up on us from the west coast of Africa and other parts of the earth and sit there and really overtake us. Because they can't fight worth a damn. They can't see us. I know, they not like that. The only reason they was able to sit there and conquer us because God sent them forth against us.
Right.
He put his hand. Once he put his hand against us, we can't do nothing about it. His arms too long to box with. Finish it off. And there you shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen, slave men, and bondwomen, slave women, and no man shall buy you. The word buy in the Hebrew means to redeem. In the days of old, if me and my brother was to go into slavery, you can see they come out of pocket with a lump sum of money and bring us back home. You can get us out. Can't nobody get us out of America. If America say, hey, all you so-called Negroes, get the hell out of here, where we going? A lot of people, when you ask our people where we come from, they say Africa. There's over 54 countries in Africa. What part? Don't nobody know. We really come from Jerusalem. That's Galatians 4:26. Now, I know you said you got to get rid of go. So let me give you one of the laws, two of the laws that a lot of people sit there and tend to break. And Christ is not a white man either. That's a lie. And I can prove that to the Bible. But let me give you a law right quick. That people like to do.
I'm about to wrap it up.
All right, sorry. I ain't gonna hold it for this long. You want to fly it?
You got his phone?
I got a flyer. I'll bring some more side. This will be. QR code might be effed up.
Alright.
Scan that, and when you get a chance, YouTube channel come up, and all that answers you have a notebook and a pen, and whatever stick out to you, write it down, look it up. Don't everything I'm telling you now.
I got you.
Look into it. Don't just go by what I say. I always tell my brothers and sisters that So that when they find it and look it up for themselves, they'll be like, you know what, these brothers ain't lying. They ain't lying.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 11, and verse number 7.
Bring it out.
And the swine, you know what swine is, right?
Yeah.
The pork. Though he divide the hoof and be cloven footed, yet he has some characteristics of a clean animal. Yet he cheweth not the cud, he is unclean to you. You don't properly digest his food. Of their flesh shall you not eat, of their carcass shall you not touch. They are unclean to you. Now, I don't know if you noticed or not, but swine has what you call a trichina worm in it. You know about the trichina worm in swine?
Yeah.
They can't kill it. They try killing it with fire and cooking it. They can't get rid of it. They even went to the extent of trying to get rid of it with radiation. Can't kill it. Why? Because swine is perfect in its element that the Most High God created them for. What's that? To clean the earth. They was basically the garbage disposal company before they started putting on the plate for us. You know what I'm saying? And they got a hole in the back right side of their leg that oozes all day. I got a brother that's there that used to work in Walton, in Smithfield. He said, you know how many pigs he cut open and they had cancer and stuff like that in them? They just rinse it, clean it out, finish cutting up and throw it in the doggone package and put it on the market. And now people love this doggone this stuff, man. Then like, people wonder why they got hypertension, high blood pressure, so on. This water right here. This shit used to be a whole lot cleaner when I was younger. Now it's dark, muggy. You jump in it, you might come back out looking like Swamp Thing. You know what I'm saying? Now, I don't want that on my brother and sister, but I got sensitive skin. Right. Nonetheless, watch this. These shall you eat of all that are in the waters. Whatsoever hath fins and scales in the waters, in the seas, and in the rivers, them shall you eat. And all that have not fins and scales in the seas and in the rivers, of all that move in the waters, and of any living thing which is in the waters, they shall be an abomination to you. What's something that people love to eat that comes out of water and in the oceans? Shrimp, crab, lobster. They did an experiment, and doggone, they took some clams, had some seawater, and they had two fish tanks. They took one and put clams in it, and took the other one just left the seawater in it. The one with the clams, the water was crystal clear. You can see slam through it. The other one's dark, muggy, and gray. I'm gonna show you something right quick, and then I'm gonna let you go. This is what I show my people that love to eat crabs. You ever heard of sand fleas?
Yeah.
You know those those are all in crabs. And our people, I had a brother last night tell me, he was like, well, don't they see they clean it out before they give it to you? No. When you ask for crab, they give you a whole crab. You gotta pop it open yourself, right?
Yeah. About the leg strength.
The legs? I wouldn't say that, bro. Nah. I'm gonna show you.
Yeah, I guess.
Look at this. This is what our people see they consuming. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Then our people getting sick,
Show
man.
the
They wonder
camera.
why they sick as hell.
Show the camera.
All right, man. I got you. I got the message. I'm gonna look into that.
Definitely, brother. See that? That's all I ask, man. Look into it. Do your own homework. That's what we're not out here to sit there to we're not asking for no money. All we asking our people is for time. And it's sad, man, because a lot of our people don't even want to talk to us, man.
No,
Right.
I hear you.
And this is why our own people is good. This is about to teach our people to stop hating one another. Stop trying to sleep with your brother woman. Stop killing your brother over madness. You know what I'm saying? All these type of things that's going on in our nation, man. We out here to tell our people to stop doing these things, to come back loving one another like we're supposed to, and to serve our God, because he said he's only for us.
Right.
That's in the book of Joel, chapter 2, and verse number 27. But I gave you the scripture that shows you that that he chose us above all people.
Sure.
But the nice meeting you, Travis, right?
Yep.
Nice meeting you, brother.
All right, man.
All right, brother.